Hi everyone, I'm Cesar from Latitude, and today I want to show you how our AI assistant works. The AI assistant in Latitude will help you create new queries very fast, or even fix the existing ones if they're broken. In order to show you how it works, I'm gonna go ahead in the Latitude canvas and I'm gonna create a sample file. I'm gonna just use the sample file we offer here. This is a Netflix catalog export, so you're gonna see some movies and some shows with some other data that they offer. In this case, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to understand the shape of some of these columns. I'm gonna be working today mainly on the runtime column, so I wanna see if this column has any nulls, but I'm also interested to understand like the percentage of nulls in some other of the columns. So I'm just gonna go ahead, I'm gonna create a code block, and I'm gonna ask the AI assistant to do this for me. I have my prompt over here. I'm just gonna copy and paste it. And in this case, what I wanna do is I want it to show me the null percentage in 3 columns: the description, the IMDb ID, and the runtime, which is the one I'm really interested in. Let's see if it works. Right now what it's doing is processing my request. So this means that we are sending some of the data, not the actual data, but rather the schema of the parent block. So in this case, we are sending as part of the prompt the fact that there's an ID column, the fact that there's a title column, type, etc., together with the prompt that you write here in this box. So as you can see, it already came back with my query. I'm gonna insert it. I'm gonna click Run Block to see the results. And as you can see here in the inspector down, we can see that the description column has 0.30% null values. The IMDb ID, interestingly, there's 6.8% of null values. And then the runtime, which is the column that I'm interested in, has no null values. So that's great for me to understand the shape and to begin working with my code. So one of the cool things about Latitude is that I don't have to create a new tab to build a new query or anything like that. I can just keep my other query here while I build a new one, so that I always have this reference here. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to create a new code block. And in this case, I'm going to ask it for a query that's a bit more complicated because I want to see a histogram of my runtime column. I also have the prompt over here. Let me quickly copy and paste it. So in this case, let me show you the entire prompt. What I want to do is I want to build a histogram. I want to group the runtime column in 8 buckets using its min and max values. Let's see how this works. Okay, so as you can see, the query is created here. I'm just going to insert it, click play, and see if it worked. Okay, so as you can see, we have a bunch of buckets here. We have 8 buckets in total, as I asked. But in this case, this is not really helpful because it's just showing me the number of the bucket in order instead of the actual runtime or the runtime range that includes these titles. So I'm gonna do another prompt to ask it to change this query for me. I also have it over here. I'm gonna say that instead of the number of the bucket, I wanna see the starting number of the range. So for everything that goes from 0 to 30 minutes, for example, in runtime, I will see a 0 and the amount of titles within that range. Let's see if it works. Okay, so as you can see here, it's making some changes to the query. We show you the div here in red and green. I'm just gonna go ahead and insert it. I'm gonna click play, and it worked perfectly. So as you can see, there are 880 titles between 0 and 30 minutes in runtime. There's 1354 that go between 30 and 60. But since this isn't a great way of looking at my data, I'm just going to plug this into a quick visualization here. I'm going to create a bar chart. Put it over here, make it a little bit bigger, and then we're just going to configure it. So in this case, I want to see the range start at the dimension in the horizontal axis. And then in terms of metrics, I want to see the count that I had in my previous query. So once I have that configured, I'm gonna also sort by the range ascended so that it shows them in order. harder. So I'm just gonna click run, and this is gonna instantly give me the visualization that I wanted. So this is the histogram for the runtime column. So as you can see, there's a lot more shows between 90 and 120 minutes of runtime, which makes a lot of sense for Netflix. Another cool thing about the AI assistant is that it can help you fix your code as well. So in this case, I'm just gonna modify this query so that it doesn't work, so that it's failing. For example, I'm gonna remove this character here. I'm gonna click run to see that it fails, and indeed it failed. Now what I can do is, instead of just reprompting again, we have this very handy button right here, which is fix code. This shows up whenever any of your code blocks has any errors, and you can just click it. And this will ask the AI assistant to fix the query for you, including the error that you see here in the prompt. Let's see if it does it. Yeah, so it looks like it found out the error. So I'm just gonna insert the query, click play, and the query works again. Very easy. And that's it. I hope this will help you speed up your workflow, and remember that you can use Latitude completely for free at latitude.so. Thank you.